Well, good morning, you fabulous sons of bitches. If you reviewed the pictures that I posted earlier, you will see first, Scotch broom, and second, a weed we locally call tansy or common ragwort. Now you're wondering to yourself, Cal, why are you boring the shit out of me on a Saturday morning about these things that I see alongside the road all the time? Well, folks, that's just the point. These are both poisonous invasive species that are running rampant through western Washington, a state that prides itself on conservation. And the problem with noxious weeds is they move in and they form what's known as a monoculture. A monoculture devastates all other species that grow from the ground in their purview. They reproduce crazy fast all over western Washington. You'll see it in the ditches. Tansy is also known as common ragwort, poisonous to cows, bad for horses. The seeds of Scotch broom will kill horses and cows if they accidentally eat them while they're foraging on the ground. Now, when I was a kid, we had a county extension agent in most counties, and that county extension agent was tasked with making sure that landowners didn't let this shit grow rampant on their land. And the state has a Washington State Noxious Weed Control Board. Their budget is a measly $232,000 a year, but wait, there's more. They only spent $57,000, probably the only state agency in history that has only spent 1/3 of their budget in Washington state history. These people are tasked with overseeing the removal of these noxious weeds. And in fact, in Washington state, it used to be a law that you had to remove these noxious weeds, as they are a direct threat to livestock, farmland, timberland, and any other kind of land. And your health, as far as that goes. Do you have allergies? Are you one of those fainting goats that has allergies? This shit will knock you down, bro, when it comes into bloom. The pollen from these is deadly. Not deadly. Not really. You're not going to die. But if you have hay fever, this will mess you up. I find it ironic that in a state that prides itself on conservation, in fact, the Washington State Conservation Commission's budget last year was $4.5 million. The Climate Commitment Account has $24 million, and the Natural Climate Solutions Account has $36 million. We're worried about climate. We're worried about the environment. Meanwhile, these noxious weeds are running rampant in western Washington. You drive down I-5 from Seattle to Portland, you will see vast fields of these weeds that are going unaddressed. Now, I know this is boring shit, but it just points out the hypocrisy in Washington state government, okay? This is a very important issue that the news isn't reporting on, and since we don't have a lot of rural farmers left, or at least not a lot of rural farmers that know what this is all about, it's going unmentioned. And it is vitally important to Washington State's ecological health. Now I sound like a hippie, right? You've always known me to be a brash jerk with very divisive political opinions. But you have to understand, my people homesteaded in this state in 1858, and I am very interested in the health of the ecology. Even though they were loggers 4 generations deep and farmers 4 generations deep, they took care of the land, okay? And this is what taking care of the land really looks like, not swanning about Seattle and King County in your Birkenstocks and your Subaru and protesting climate change. This is the important items in the ecology that needs to be addressed. I challenge you to like this, share it, and get it out to your local representatives. This needs to be addressed. I doubt any of you watched this far, but if you did, give this a like and a share. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.